y'all? What it is, what it do? It's your girl, Brittany. Freedom! And make sure y'all click the link down in my description box below. All right, y'all. We here. As a lot of y'all may know, baby, Now That's TV cast took it to a whole nother level yesterday and the day before yesterday. Okay, Monday and Tuesday they had in a chokehold. I promise you. Now let's get into the mess, the tea, the drama of what went down this weekend. Let's break it down, because as y'all know, we keep it in our back pocket, so when we have to pull it out, we know where it came from. We know the source. We know what happened. Also, I'm gonna let y'all know that they did do a panel. The Two-Headed Ghost Show did a panel where they brought some of the girls up to discuss what happened Monday and Tuesday. So if it's extra details that need to be added, I will add it. It won't be in this video, but it'll be in an upcoming video, just to let y'all know, so we all collectively can be on the same page. Now, boom, let's talk about it. So Isaiah ended up having a sleepover. So with him having a sleepover, it was Isaiah and Bunk Life. They came together, and everybody else, just wanted to have a good time too. Everybody was in town for the next award, and they wasn't ready to go home. They wanted to have like a Now That's TV sleepover with all the faves. Everybody had like on the same pajama pants. It was real cute. Like it started off fun, from what they said. It started off real fun. Everybody was lit. It was a lot of liquor just flowing and glowing. But I will say this, it's not an Isaiah event if they not fighting. Like, honestly, anytime Isaiah hosts anything, you have to know somebody gonna bang. For example, last year, his birthday, he had a birthday dinner. That's when Cashy and Zavo and Q got to fight. So, yeah, if anything involves Isaiah and Isaiah's going to have an event, he's going to record it. He's going to be telling people to break it up. Somebody's going to fight. Not saying that that's always his intention or he want that to happen, but my thing is, it's Isaiah. It's Isaiah's stuff. You got to know, if Isaiah has anything to do with it, a fight will break out. A fight will happen. Now, let's start off with Lori and Minnie. So, mind y'all, Miss Stanky, who wants to give it up first night, Miss Freakily, and Minnie was getting into it the first night at the sleepover. So, they was getting into it, Stanky, Freakily just kept bothering and picking at Minnie. Mind y'all always know Minnie be under the influence, always. With Minnie being under the influence, the girl just kept picking. Freakily just kept picking. She kept coming on her, like, mind you, on the lives, they showing her, like, continuously picking at Minnie. So, Minnie just then punches her, just out of nowhere, just takes her through there real quick. Mind you, then Lori takes Minnie through there. Ends up slapping the dog out of Minnie. Baby, had Minnie hit the ground. Hit her so hard. Mind you, Minnie didn't do anything. She didn't do nothing. Now, that was the fade that started everything off. Minnie hitting Freakily started everything off. Now, mind you, Freakily was bothering Minnie. Like, obviously, like I said, if you go on the blog page, you see the lives, you see her bothering Minnie the whole time. So, Minnie smacked off on her. Now, through this whole thing, you are going to always see a pattern of Lori not minding the business that pays her. Jumping into people's stuff when it has nothing to do with her. You're going to see that a lot during this. But anyway, so she ends up hitting Minnie. Minnie paid it. She said that she was drunk. But Minnie said, she didn't fight back because she didn't know who hit her. I think Minnie is lying. I think you absolutely knew who hit you. I think that hit was hard. Mind you, we ain't seen Lori fight. Girl, please. Girl, bye. We ain't seen her fight. So we know how she give it up. I don't think Minnie wanted that. But I do think if the comments comment, Minnie will fight her. I do believe that. Like, I think Minnie is like a Mac where you gotta catch them in the mode. Like, they have to build themselves up to fight certain people. They have to build that confidence up to get with somebody. You know, today she paid it, and in 2 more weeks she might be like, okay, Lord, you know, if you at this event, what's up? Like, you just never know. Again, like, to me, it takes for people to be saying stuff to hype her up to fight, because again, like I said, she paid it, and Lord hit her hard. Lord smacked that girl down to the floor. But I don't think that was Lori's place. My thing is, you know, y'all just be embarrassing yourselves when it come to Freak League. Lori talking about something, she ain't say nigga the whole night. Are you dumb, stupid, or slow? She don't have to say it for y'all to know how she is. Like, this would be the same person who would say that they want nothing to do with you if you ever got in a situation like, y'all take me. Like, y'all takes me every time. Anyway, but she ended up saying, like, you know, they weren't doing that. Minnie wasn't just finna go off and hit Freak League. Like I said before, I feel like that wasn't any of Lori's business. Lori had no business hitting Minnie. That wasn't your beef to get into. Like, who do you think you are? So Lori got on my nerves with that, but she finna get on my nerves a lot more. It's just a buildup of her being annoying, and I guess too, because, you know what, we haven't seen South Central Baddies or whatever, so she just want a little attention. She want to be on the blogs, because, you know, other than that, no shade, if she ain't trying to pull up and fight cash or be on South Central Baddies, the blogs is paying her. So I guess she just wanted to end up on the blogs all weekend. She wanted y'all to run her numbers up, because y'all know when they don't be on these shows, no shade, them views be low. No shade, no shade, no shade, the views be low. Now, mind you, at this point, this just wasn't Minnie's day, Minnie's function at this point. So the next morning goes, Minnie said, like, you know, to an extent, she was still, like, getting over her drunkenness or whatever. Nug see her, and I guess, you know, when they was beefing real hard on Young and Reckless, Minnie had ended up saying that she was going to pull up to Nug's hood, you know, and see about her or whatever. Nugs remembers that in the back of her head. She see Minnie, and, you know, she calls Minnie out for a fade. She like, oh, I don't care about none of that. Like, you said it's on site. You said you was going to pull up to my hood. What's up? I'm here. Like, let's get that out the way. Minnie ends up pulling out a butter knife. Minnie said, back away from me. Minnie said, yeah, baby. And she kept saying, on my time, on my time. I think what she meant on her time is more like my time, meaning if we filming. Which I do understand that, but I do feel as though she had already been made a fool of the night before. She wasn't then finna allow Nug to make a bigger fool out of her. Because by that time she was ready to go. She had called her Uber. You know, she ready to get on. So Nugs is telling her, like, you know, if you don't want to catch a fade, just apologize. She was like, no, she's not apologizing. They gonna fight. They just not gonna fight right then and there. Again, like I said, she gives off Mac. Like, you know, she has to prepare herself to fight. But when she gets in the car, she does explain that she was there by herself. Nug had her girlfriend with her. So it was more like Minnie felt like she can get jumped or anything could happen to her, and that's why she didn't want to fight Nugs. But I'm thinking too, that's probably why she didn't want to fight Lori as well. Now, mind you, because, you know, obviously when they on TV, you already know they're gonna actually break it up. She probably felt as though wasn't nobody gonna have her back or get Lori or Nugs up off her if something really did pop off, which I can understand that. And her mind probably really did go into fight or flight. So I can understand her being like, you know, I'm ready to leave from around here. I did experience the sleepover, but, you know, obviously I'm the butt of the joke at the sleepover, so I need to leave. So she ends up leaving. Now, what pissed me off with Minnie, because like I said, I could understand everything else. Minnie talking about some bad blood and then tags Nug. Bad blood what? Bad blood who? Let me tell you, baby, not on no day do I want them to have a bad blood between you and Nugs. If you and Nugs wanted to fight so bad, y'all could have got that at the Young and Reckless reunion. Okay? That's not a fade I'm just fiending to see. If Nugs was talking about you so hard, like, mind you, I believe they did end up fighting. Y'all already fought. Y'all already got that. Girl, it never gave add more money to y'all check. It never gave that. It never gave that. This is a fade I'm just dying to see. Like, no, miss me with it. I could go without. I understand where Nugs is coming from. Like, hey, ain't no cameras here, whatever. Like, let's get the fade off real quick. I do understand that. But also, too, if I'm Minnie, I would have paid you as well. Paid it. Because I'm not fighting for free. I'm not fighting for free. Now, mind you, a collective of us, but this is after Joyce and them got the fine. We're going to get to that in a minute. But a collective of us were saying, like, why are y'all fighting? Like, that's all y'all do is fight. Like, y'all don't have nothing else to do. And to an extent, I do agree. Like, dang, everywhere y'all go, y'all fight. At the award, y'all fight. After the award, y'all fight. Y'all go to the sleepover, y'all fight. Like, that is y'all job. That is an income for y'all. But I do think, to an extent, it does need to be a turn on and turn off type of situation. If I'm y'all, I'm not fighting unless a check is being cleared. Now, obviously, under certain circumstances, you're going to get out there and you're going to fight for free. Somebody talking about your family, they saying they going to do something, they threaten you or something like that. Of course, you're going to get out there. But I definitely think, especially with, like, the OGs, y'all are OGs. Like, it should be no reason that y'all are up here rocking people worlds for free when y'all have built y'all name up from the ground. Like, to an extent, I do think y'all should have some type of decorum about y'allself when y'all do leave from wherever the controlled environment is. Once your check clear, pay it. If I got an issue with you, I'ma see you on set. But right now, while we out, I'm chilling, I'm having a good time because this is TV beef. It's not real. Obviously, Nugs wanted Minnie because Minnie said she was gonna pull up, at her house. I understand that. But I'm saying, to an extent, I do feel like they do need to have, like I said, a lot of more decorum when they go outside. Because why is y'all sitting up here all in the Airbnb fighting? And honestly, the only person I could think about was the Airbnb person. Whoever let y'all stay in their house. That's the only person I was thinking about. I'm like, ooh, this is why they don't be wanting nobody at their stuff right here. Things like this. Because it's no way. Y'all would have pissed me off if I was the Airbnb host and I seen my house in this type of order. Y'all jumping over tables. Y'all knocking stuff down. Breaking stuff. Like, all that would have pissed me off. Now, let's move on to what we really all came here for, which is Joyce versus Lori. So, before I say what I need to say, I want to go and make a disclaimer. Women like Lori are not like women like me, and 10 times out of 10, the women who watch my channel. No, but, like, truly, women like Lori are a different type of woman. All black women are not a monolith. And that has to be clear. I just have to make that clear because truly, I see the comments now. The fish. Always the fish. But they be trying to fight the girls. They be trying to fight the T-girls. And I've told y'all this 1,001 times when it comes to the Najas of the world, the Ivories of the world, the Loris of the world. A lot of us women are not like them. I would have never. So, let's talk about it. Boom. Now, from my understanding, allegedly, Joyce and Cassie were together, but Joyce was on one. Joyce ends up knocking Cassie upside the head with a bottle. With her knocking him, he was upset with her, didn't want to talk to her, Apparently, Aunt's little boo was talking to Cassie. Joyce felt some type of way about the little boo talking to Cassie, and she took it as the little boo, I guess, was flirting with Cassie. That's all alleged, baby. That's all alleged. Like I said, they were talking about it on the panel. I'm going to get more on it when I review the panel. The panel was like 3 hours long. But anyway, so Joyce felt some type of way, ends up slapping the dog at the boy. After she slaps him, he wants his lick back. With him want his lick back, he need that. So at this point, he is trying to fight Joyce. Joyce is trying to fight him. Aunt is in the middle because this is Aunt's boo. Even though he's cool with Joyce, Joyce did just slap Cassie upside the head with a bottle. So he's not finna fight his little boo over Joyce because he's cool with Joyce through Cassie. He felt some type of way about Joyce hitting Cassie with the bottle. So, you know, he wasn't gonna fight his boo, but he was gonna, you know, dissolve the situation and try to have them not fight each other. Now, Landon was in the back like, you know, get him all over Cassie, you know, playing the role. But, you know, we've all caught this out before, how Landon is very fake. He's phony. He switch up depending on who's around. We've all said this. We all know this by now. Now, in the midst of them getting into it, from the version I heard, allegedly, is Lori, like, while all this was going on, Lori was downstairs. Lori comes upstairs, and she's like, you know, what happened, da-da-da, like, what happened, da-da-da. Now, imagine in the back of her head, she had already felt some type of way about Joyce hitting Cassie with that bottle. She had already felt some type of way in the back of her head. So, when she was asking Joyce, you know, what happened, da-da-da, Joyce was telling her, like, her and Joyce ended up getting into it. And Joyce was like, shut up, you don't even know what happened. Like, you wasn't even up here, whatever. That then made her hit Joyce. So, Joyce never hit her. Joyce just pulled her by that 37 bust down, no 613. Pulled her by that. And then, you know, obviously that's when Nug started hitting her. And trying to break it up. He getting hits to the face. The dude that Aunt messing with went on the table and started punching Joyce in the head. You know, it was all this commotion. It was all this confusion. So, mind you, after that, Joyce goes on Instagram or whatever and just started crying, saying, you know, she tired of being made out to be the villain or the person always ruining stuff. She really came in trying to have like a genuine vibe with the girls, and, you know, they end up putting their hands on her or whatever. Okay. I understand where Joyce is coming from. I do. I feel as though, point blank period, that was not Lori's business to jump in. Regardless of how you felt behind Cassie or Joyce hitting Cassie or whatever, when her and old buddy was getting into it, that wasn't your opportunity to then hit Joyce. Yes, Joyce might have got smart with you, whatever, but again, you put your hands on her, like, you know, we all collectively always say boys, boys, girls, girls, tease, tease. We always say this. So you can't help when your hand fly up that Joyce then gets you by your 37-inch bust down, no 613, and drags your ass. Oh well, like, I'm sick of you. You had been doing the most the whole weekend. You was the main one who just need to calm down and mind the business that pay you. Regardless if she hit Cassie in the head, Cassie still gonna deal with her or not. Cassie still gonna deal with her or not. That's not, like, that. Whatever they got going on in their relationship did not need you to then go out your way to, you know, get in. That wasn't your place. So when you put your hand up and got out your seat and try to hit her, she had every right to drag your ass. Oh well, and you know, again, like I said, we are not a monolith. We are not all the same. I would never be caught up in nothing like this. I don't think Joyce is wrong for defending herself, because mind you, she still gave grace and never punched on her or anything like that. She never punched, nothing. All she did was drag her. Now, the person I feel like the most bad for out of this whole situation, not like that. Like, this is a different situation. But it's Kayla, because Kayla was like, how she ready to go back to LA. Like, she's not used to all this drama and everything like that. I do think from seeing her on Girls Trip and South Central Baddies, within a year, she has definitely matured. And, you know, she's not thirsty for clout. Like, Kayla gonna get down what she mad at, obviously. But a maturity has came out of her very early on in this thing we call TV. And I agree. Like, again, mind you, it's one thing to do all that on the shows, but it's another when y'all get together and y'all all fighting. Like, y'all don't have nothing else to do but drink and fight. Like, if anything, y'all could have just did a full production right there. Drink and fight. Y'all don't do anything but twerk, drink, and fight. And catch y'all fades. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I do love a free fade. I do love when y'all get out there and just go crazy. But other times like this, y'all do be having a lot going on. And Lori was like trying to justify why she hit Joyce. It ain't no justifying, because that ain't had nothing to do with you. That wasn't your business. Talking about anything could have happened to Cashy, and anything could have happened to him, and he's still gonna be in her face. Anything could have happened to her, and she's still in his face. So obviously, and we know from how we've seen them over the years, they're used to bopping each other upside the head, hitting on each other, all that. Do we want them to be like that? No. But if that's a part of their relationship, they have to grow through that if they're going to still be together. But again, like I said, that wasn't your place to get up out your seat and try to hit Joyce. And whatever way Joyce felt like she was going to defend herself, that was her right to. But again, I do think, like, a lot of time the women just need to mind their business. Everything can go so smooth if y'all just mind y'all business, because that wasn't her place. But overall, that's all I got for y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Bye.